Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for your continued interest in my project that I've put together here. Real quick introduction. Who am I? My name is Bobby. I've been married to Scott for 10 years. So I'm also a mother. I have 3 young kids, Sophia, Braden, and Brody. And I'm an online health and fitness coach. My team and I hold accountability groups through social media that help people to reach their health and fitness goals. We help them to create a clean eating lifestyle and a habit and hobby of fitness. I'm also a business mentor, which means that I can help you create the business I've created. I can help you to help your friends and family live a healthier, cleaner lifestyle. What are we doing here? Well, I read a book, His Needs, Her Needs, How to Affair-Proof Your Marriage. The book was recommended to us from my husband's boss at the time. And he just said that, not because you have a bad marriage, but maybe because it can be better. Why not? And so I read the book and knew that I had to share it with anyone who would listen. And I do. Like I said, not because it's bad, but why can't it be better? Why can't your marriage be more fulfilling and more exciting and more sexy, right? Okay, well, it's written by Willard F. Harley Jr. Okay, so in the first video, we talked about the first 2 needs for a male and a female. The first one for a female being affection, the first one for a male being sex. And then second video, we talked about the second 2. Second one for a female is intimate conversation, and the second one for a male is recreational compatibility, right? Okay, what is number 3? Number 3 is she needs to trust him totally. Honesty and openness. What does that mean? Well, it means being open means transparency. Transparency is one of the most important qualities in a successful marriage. Nothing should be hidden. Your spouse should know you better than anyone else does. Privacy has no place in a marriage. If your spouse wants to look through your email, through your Facebook, your purse, your phone, whatever it might be, it shouldn't be a problem. If this is an issue, Harley says that this kind of openness is indispensable in a healthy marriage. It should not be an issue. If it's an issue, you're hiding something, and that's not a good thing. If you cannot be honest and open with each other, the result is an inability to grow and understand your spouse. 3 reasons for honesty and openness and why they are essential. Number 1, when you're open and honest, you are providing a roadmap for marital adjustments. Problems can be identified and solved quickly. If you cannot be, so if there's a lack of transparency, then all it does is throw a rug over the problem and the solution, right? You're not even addressing it. It's just kind of swept under the rug, and that's not good. That's not good for communication. Dishonesty or covering the truth is very painful and offensive and is a major withdrawal from your love bank. Okay, what's number 3 why you should be? Honesty and openness are huge emotional needs for a woman. A woman falls in love with a person who is radically honest with them. Women need a clear and unobstructed view into the mind of the ones that they love. They don't want to be guessing. Honesty and openness enable a couple to make appropriate adjustments to each other, and adjustments are what marriage is all about. We grow and change every day, and we have to learn to adjust to each other's changes. Being open and honest is the only way to make sure your spouse is receiving the information about these changes. So make it a habit to share with each other your thoughts, your feelings, your habits, your likes, your dislikes, your past experiences, your daily activities, and your future plans. Okay, what is historical honesty? Well, historical honesty is telling your spouse information about your personal history, right? Particularly events that demonstrate personal weaknesses or failure. So if you abused drugs when you were in college, if you've had affairs on girlfriends or an ex-wife, these types of things need to be talked about, because then your spouse can help you to not be faced with those temptations. You know, they can be there for you to support you and to create a goal or a plan so that that doesn't happen again. They can find out what you were missing in past relationships. They can find out what those triggers were for your drug abuse or your alcohol abuse or whatever it may be. Now, this seems scary, but the truth makes marriages stronger. On the other hand, hiding the truth could destroy intimacy, romantic love, or your marriage. Current history. Okay, in a strong marriage, couples become so interdependent that they share a daily schedule. In a weak marriage, spouses are reluctant to reveal their schedule because they engage in activities they want to keep secret from each other. Not sharing every part of your day and leaving blanks in your schedule allows your spouse for their imagination to run wild. Most females let their imagination run wild. I can. Being suspicious can create love bank withdrawals, even if you're innocent, even if you're not doing anything. But communicating creates major deposits. So the more that you can communicate what's happening, you know, call on the way home that I'm on my way, or, you know, I've got lunch, I'm going to be in a meeting for a few hours, you can't reach me. You know, just talking and communicating what's happening throughout your day. You should make it easy for your spouse to contact you in an emergency, or so they can call just to say hi. When you know that you will be telling your spouse everything, you are far less likely to have secrets or a second life. Honesty and openness are a bright light. Shine a light on everything that you do. Future honesty. Now, this is the easiest to discuss with your spouse, yet many couples make plans interdependently of each other. Some believe if they share plans, their spouse will have the opportunity to squash them. I've had this happen. Scott will be at work and he'll be able to leave early and he'll go golfing, and then I'll get a call from whoever he's golfing with's wife, and they'll say, "Oh, they're out golfing," and I'm like, "Wait, what? Huh? Problem." So just tell us what you're doing. Tell us what your plans are. You want to go stop and have a drink with your friend on the way home from work? Communicate that. Don't show up 2 hours late and then just get defensive that you got to do that. You know, talk about what you want to do. If you want to be able to go golfing, if you want to be able to go do things, not able, but if that's what your plans are, then you need to talk about them and communicate them. Same thing for a wife. If you've made plans to meet with this friend or that friend and this couple and that couple, talk about it right away. Ask if that's okay. It's communication. Open and honesty is communication. Okay, so if you don't discuss your future plans, eventually the future will arrive and your plans will be revealed and your spouse will be hurt in two ways. Either their feelings will be hurt because you didn't consider what your spouse's plans might be, or you didn't communicate the plans with your spouse and now they're upset. So you should set time aside each week to communicate what the week's plans are ahead. What is going on at work? What's going on with the kids? You know, schedule time together each week. Like, okay, you're going to be home at 7 o'clock on Monday and the kids go to bed at 8. So why don't we sit and, you know, have conversation from 9 to 10, whatever. This counts as part of the 15 hours of communication. So if on Sunday you sit down and you plan meals together and you talk about what's happening at work that week and discuss what the kids' schedules look like as far as their sporting events, and, you know, just sit down and talk and communicate what's going to happen the following week or the week ahead. A woman needs to trust her husband and her husband's openness and honesty with her. It goes a long way to enable her to do that. She must come to find him predictable. She must feel as though she can read his mind. When a husband becomes that transparent, she is fulfilled. Okay, what's the third one for a male? He needs a good-looking wife. Physical attractiveness. Ladies, men are visual. We all know that. I talked about that when it comes to sex. Men are visual. If before you got married, you were fit and always wore makeup, that is what he likes. Be what he likes. Be his ideal woman, right? I've done this. I have totally failed in this need. Okay, let me tell you a little story. So when we got married, I'll make myself a little bigger. I weighed like 155, 160. When he took me years ago to a Super Bowl party at his friend's house, and I walked in with Scott and another friend of his. And now before he introduced me or got a chance to introduce me, the girls were all over me. Oh, you're here. Hi, welcome. Blah, 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 blah. They all assumed I was with a friend. Now let me tell you why. I was never what he had as far as past girlfriends went. His past girlfriends were 5'8", 5'9", 120 pounds, tall and skinny. Well, I'm 5'7", and I weighed like 155, 160. Nothing wrong with that. I was healthy. I was happy. But just not that ideal, not what his past relationships had been, right? Okay, so we get married. I have a couple kids. We move 5 times in 6 years. Each move, each kid, I gain weight. Well, I got up to 210 pounds, okay? My hair was long when we got married. Before we got married and we met, I had like short little pixie cut. Well, as we started dating and hanging out, I had grown my hair out. That's what I did. I'd chop it short, I'd grow it out. I'd chop it short, I'd grow it out. So it wasn't, in my mind, I wasn't doing it for him. I was doing it for me. I'd had it short. It was time to go long. So we got married. I had long hair. I weighed 160. We move. I gain weight. We have kids. I gain weight. We're in Tampa, living in Tampa, and I get invited to like a hair show type deal, right? And I was free, totally free. Got my hair cut and dyed. Only stipulation is I had to be open to do anything, right? So I get there and he's looking at my hair, blah, blah, blah. And he's like looking at my jawbone and looking at my color complexion and picks out this perfect haircut, right? He goes, I'm going to cut it short. Is that okay? And I'm like, sure, that's fine. I've always had short hair. I've had my hair in pixie cuts off and on my whole life. I can do that. No, you can't do that. I didn't talk to my husband about it, right? I butchered my hair. Butchered it. So short. So now here I am, 210 pounds, short hair. He's not attracted to me. There's no attraction. Can you blame him? I'm not his type. I'm not being his type. Okay? Point is, be what he likes. Be his type. What does he look at when you're out in public? Now, hopefully your husband's not Googling and oohing and eyeing over somebody else in front of you. That's completely disrespectful. Do you know that girls catch your husband's attention? Guys catch our attention. That's just normal. We're humans, right? Be what your husband likes. Okay, I'm going to go back to small here. What's next? Okay, so not all men care about physical appearance. They may have stronger emotional needs that are higher ranked. Okay, so maybe this isn't your husband. Maybe none of this matters. And just because my husband likes short hair or longer hair doesn't mean that your husband might like short hair. That's okay. Every guy is different. Just communicate changes in your appearance. Okay, however, men marry women who meet their basic needs, right? We all do. We all marry people who meet our basic needs. However, most men put this need high on the list. Physical appearance is high for the majority of men in the world. When she looks good, he feels good. A man with a need for an attractive spouse feels good when he looks at his attractive wife. Now, I realize, this is from Harley too, he realizes that this might sound immature or superficial. Harley has found, though, over the years, through his many, many counseling sessions, most men have a high need for physical attractiveness. When a need is met on either side, for a female or a male, he or she feels fulfilled. When it is not met, he or she feels frustrated. This is what a need is all about. Needs are, when they're met, when they're satisfied, you feel fulfilled, you feel happy. When they're not met, when you're not fulfilling each other's needs, you get mad, you get frustrated. I mean, it's just human nature. You're aggravated with what's going on. So remember, you should resemble the woman that he married. Okay, women want their husbands to look good too. I would agree. But this isn't a high need for most women. Most women don't rank physical attraction among their top 5 emotional needs. Okay, so there are 5 major important areas in staying or becoming attractive. What are they? Number 1, maintaining or staying a healthy weight. Now, Harley shares the secret to weight control. He says that you got to do it the good old-fashioned way. Control your calories and exercise. I would agree. I've yo-yo dieted my whole life. I've tried this fad and that fad and this fad. The only thing that works is sticking to within a calorie range and exercising daily. It's his opinion, not mine. I am a health and fitness coach. This is his opinion, okay? I just agree. Okay, so the use of makeup should be natural with colors that can go, let me start over. Okay, so the use of makeup, you should use natural colors. It should be natural. You don't want to look like Mimi from the Drew Carey show, and look like a clown. You want to look natural. You want to be fashionable. He says if you struggle with your makeup, then you can go to a makeup counter. Go into Dillard's, go into Macy's, wherever you can get to, and ask them to help you pick out colors that meet your need. You don't have to buy anything at those counters. You just go and have a facial done, have them put makeup on you, find colors that you like, and then you can go buy them wherever you choose. Okay, a hairstyle he likes. So like I said, ask an opinion. If you have super long hair and you're thinking, oh, I need a change, I'm gonna get a pixie. Don't go get a pixie unless you stop and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting my hair chopped really short. Is that gonna matter to you? And read his expression. Guys might not tell you 100%, but that goes back to the need we just talked about, honesty and openness. So guys, if your wife comes to you and says, I'm gonna get a pixie, and you don't like a pixie, you better tell her, because that's going to affect your intimacy. Whether you think it will or not, it does. I mean, looking back to when I got my hair chopped, it did. So, I mean, you've got to just keep that in mind. The importance of the right clothing. So choose clothes that are flattering for you. If you're a little bit on the heavier side, like I've been, when I'm 210 pounds, I can't wear size 6. It just doesn't work. You want to wear something that's a little bit more flowing, that doesn't hug your stomach. Choose clothes that are flattering for your body image, right? Okay, including pajamas, right? Most girls, most women, myself included, wear yoga pants, sweatpants, a baggy t-shirt. You don't wear fancy, you don't have to be fancy, but some kind of sexy clothes. Women think, or you think, no one's going to see me, I'm just going to bed. Well, the most important person sees you. Your husband sees you in bed. So wear something that are somewhat cute, somewhat sexy. not a big baggy sweatpants every single night. Now there are weeks or a week, a month that you just don't feel like it, and maybe those big heavy sweatpants are what you go to bed in, but think about your pajamas, right? Personal hygiene. So make sure that you shave, make sure that your teeth are clean, make sure that your feet are taken care of. Maybe you treat yourself every month or every 6 weeks or whatever you can afford to get a manicure, especially in the summer when you're wearing sandals. Put lotion on your skin. Don't have dry, flaky skin. These are things that will make you feel better about yourself, as well as make your husband feel more attracted to you. Guys, the same thing goes for you. If your wife doesn't like a big burly beard to kiss you with, then you need to shave it. She doesn't mind if she finds a beard sexy and attractive. It doesn't matter, right? You need to brush your teeth. You need to take care of yourself. You need to think of your spouse in these areas. We all do, not just wives, be healthy for each other. Be attractive, be sexy, wear nice makeup. Oh, I know. Something else to think about, myself included. I stay home with the kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a fitness enthusiast, right? It's very easy for me to hang out in pajamas all day, or not pajamas, in yoga pants all day long, to not have any makeup on, to have my hair in a ponytail, and Scott can come home every day of the week and I'm sitting in a ponytail again, and I'm sitting in yoga pants again. So make an effort to maybe dress yourself up a little. And I'm not going to lie, there are times when I know he's going to be home at 5 o'clock and it's 4, and I'll go and change out of my yoga pants into a pair of jeans really quick and a nicer shirt, take my hair down and put a little bit of makeup on. Maybe not a full face, but just to kind of look, a little bit sexy for my husband coming home. There's nothing wrong with that. Be that for each other. Be the needs that you need for each other. All right. I'm done with that soapbox. The value of making the most of what you have. Okay, we can all agree with this also. What does it mean to be physically attractive? Well, it simply means that your appearance makes someone feel good. In fact, when someone meets all of your needs, we consider them to be attractive, right? So if you're being honest with each other, the more that you know about each other's lives, the more attracted you are to your husband. The more that you have conversation, the more attractive your husband is to you. The more sex that you have, the more attractive you are to your husband. The more that he's going to hug and kiss you and, want to touch you and want to be with you. And that's all good stuff for your kids to see. A nice, healthy, thriving, successful marriage. Not roommates. You're married. You're lovers. Be lovers. Be there for each other. Meet each other's needs. So important. Okay, so you should evaluate each aspect of your image. Think of your posture. Think of your hairstyle, your clothing, your gestures, your makeup, your weight. Ask your friends, ask your husbands, and their professional opinions. Ask professionals for their opinions. Ask your doctor for help if you need help. Ask people whose opinions you value what you can do to improve your health, okay? It's more about health than it is really anything else. Now, hairstyle maybe isn't health, or clothing isn't health, but it kind of is, because the better you feel about what's going on in your life, the happier you are with what's going on in your life, the more fulfilled you are as a person, the better you are as a parent, as a wife, as a friend, as a lover, the better you feel, okay? Years ago, gosh, I remember back when I was in the restaurant again, going back to that life, there was this girl who worked there, and she had this little tiny shuffle to her step. She was all hunched over. She was really insecure. I grabbed her and pulled her aside, and I said, listen, I think that you I can tell that you're insecure. You know, it was friendly. I can tell that you're insecure. I'm not quite sure why. I think you're a beautiful girl. Why don't you work on walking with a bigger stride? Make your steps bigger. Just start there. And she did, and she felt amazing about herself, right? Go back to the posture. That's all part of feeling good about you, about yourself. And the better you feel about you, the better you are in all of these relationships. So ask your friends, ask their professionals, make changes where needed. Now, these changes aren't going to happen overnight. They might take weeks. They could take years. You know, but these changes will make your life so much better. That's what I was just talking about. Your life so much better. And then in return, you are a better wife, a better mother, a better lover. All right, well, that's my soapbox for today. Thank you for being here, letting me share my experiences with you, share what I've learned with you. I think there's 2 more videos. Not 100%. I might be able to condense some of them. But I really appreciate you being here and sharing this interest with me and letting me express my passion, really, to help people live better lives. So thank you again. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.